Today, we're going out in the wilderness to find ourselves a spot to bake some bread. We're using the Firebox cast iron 5-in-1 cooker. Boys wanted to come outside and I wanted to cook. So why not make some fresh bread out in the wilderness? We gotta find ourselves some dead wood, get a nice spot, get some coal, and start cooking. We found a great spot right here. There's a lot of brush in the way. Look, we brought a little handsaw. We're gonna have to get to work clearing that out. Okay, I've got a shovel. Let's start clearing this out. Okay. Stop. Whew. Now, let's get some stuff, some kindling, get a fire going. We got our fire roaring. I took the cast iron and set it. I'm gonna set it down here on some wood so it's not directly on the snow. We've got our dough here. This is my pizza dough recipe. I'll put a link in the description where you can go see that. But I'm just doing 2 dough balls, which is 500 grams. There we go. Okay, we're gonna try and shape it with the hands that we have because we are out here camping. Okay, we're gonna place it right here. Gotta make sure I don't burn my hand because these are hot. Then we're gonna take our cast iron here. Okay, and it's pretty warm right here by the fire. So what we're doing right now is we're proofing the bread. We're gonna let it grow and rise. And then once we got enough embers, we'll throw them on and cook it. Our dough's been sitting here for about 20 minutes. We're gonna go check on it. You can see it's starting to rise a little bit, but it's also kind of gravitating toward the fire because of the slope. So let's go ahead and rotate it. That way it's rising equally, and we'll let that go just a little bit longer. So let's go ahead and check on our dough, which it's risen a good enough amount for what we're doing here. So we're just gonna move it real quick and get a better base here. Okay. I've got a huge bed of embers here. I don't want to put it in there because it will just burn it. So we want to get some over to here for our base. We've got a good base. Gonna put the bread right on there. It's not perfectly level, but that's what happens when you cook outside. We need to get a bunch of these around it and on it. We just need a bunch of embers on top and around it. Okay, looks a little janky. We're gonna let that cook for about 25 minutes, then we'll come check on it. We're gonna check on our bread. Let's just make sure there's no embers right around the sides. We're gonna try and keep this on top. That's gonna be the real challenge. We're gonna try and check without burning that. Ooh, that's looking pretty good. Okay, the bottom, you can tell, come up here close. You can see the bottom's browning quite a bit. So we don't need to heat it from the bottom anymore. Okay, let's try and get that top cooked a little more. Our bread has been off the heat here, just with the top heat going, for an extra 10 or so minutes. And ooh, yeah, look at that. Can you see that from there? That is some fine looking bread. Let's go ahead and cut into it and see how it turned out. We've got our beautiful bread here. Let's go ahead and cut into it and see how it turned out. We've got our cutting board, a round cutting board. It's kind of a newer thing. And our bread knife. Ooh. I mean, I'll be honest, when I cook it at home in the oven, it looks a lot better. But for outside camping, oh, it smells good and looks good. Let's get a slice and try a bite. My son Ashton here is making us some honey butter. Say hi to the camera, bro.
Hello.
Let's get ourselves another slice. Let's see what everyone thinks. Break off a piece here. Dip it in. Okay, Ashton, give it a try. Calvin, give it a try. I'll give it a try.
That's so good.
That's really good. That's really good. For being out here in nature, cooking in this thing, the Bushcraft 5-in-1 cooker, I think is what it's called. I did a video on this like a year ago. It's not too hard to pack up here either. It makes good bread. I've got a bread recipe I'll put in the link in the description. But eating this with the honey butter, oh, so good. Cameraman, you gotta try it. How's it, Tom?
Good.
Yeah. Oh, that is good. We're gonna cut up some more bread and dish it up. But this is a super easy way to make some really good homemade bread while you're camping. How much does this elevate camping, guys?
A lot.
That makes it good, huh? It makes the cold way more tolerable. Thanks for stopping by. Check out the link in the description for the recipe for the bread.